Hello and welcome to the Camp Cornhusker 2020 Webelos Resident Camp Registration Tutorial. The first thing I would like to show you is the Parent and Uners Leaders Guide for the 2020 Webelos Resident Camp. This information guide has all of the information you would need to know when registering your leaders and scouts for their wonderful experience at Webelos Resident Camp. For the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to skip down to page 11, but it is important that you read the rest of the manual as well to gather all the information you will need for Camp Cornhuskers Webelos Resident Camp 2020. So on page 11, you will see we have our Webelos Resident Camp main schedule. Having this pulled up will definitely help you in our registration process, which you'll see off to the left side of my screen, where I went to the council calendar and chose Webelos Resident Camp in July. There are 3 sessions, July 5th through July 8th, July 8th through July 11th, and July 12th through July 15th. For the purpose of this, I'm going to register for session 1 by clicking the register, and I'm going to continue as a guest, but if you have a camp or council login, you can use that for your Scouts BSA account as well. So as a guest, you'll want to mark down whether you are participating individually with your scout. You'll mark 1 adult and however many youth you have, or if you're signing up as a pack, you'll need to include all numbers here. So for this tutorial, I'm going to do just 1 youth and click register. You'll want to include your name as the guest and your contact information. campcornhuskerbsa@gmail.com is my email address, and you can contact me, the camp director, at any time. Go ahead and push continue, and that'll get you to this information, where as a contact, you will need to update your information, selecting your unit, whether that be within the council or out of council, and then you'll want to pick which type of unit you're with, as Webelos and Arrows of Lights will typically be a part of a pack. Select and find your unit, click on that and push done. Once you've done that, you can push save. You'll notice in that previous window too, you can always apply your FOS discount if you have that available to you. Once you have this done, you'll see your balance summary here, and we'll get to that checkout process towards the end, but go ahead and press continue. And here is where you'll enter your information for each youth that you are going to be assigning. So click on Update Information. You'll want to write the name of your youth, their emergency contact, phone number, and email address, and then whether they are a Webelo or an Arrow of Light. T-shirt size needs to be included, as that comes with part of your registration fee. We will get to the class schedule portion here in just a moment, but you'll need to denote your Scout's gender as well. Go ahead and push select classes under that schedule part. You will see a window open up so that you can actually move classes over to your Scout's classes. This is where the Leader's Guide comes into play. You will note that per your suggestions in 2019, we have gone ahead and changed the name of our sessions. So they're 1 through 12, 1 through 3 in the AM of day 2, sessions 4 through 6 in the PM of day 2, sessions 7 through 9 on the AM of day 3, and sessions 10 through 12 on the PM of day 3. In each of these rotation sessions, time denoted as I've highlighted it, each of these activities is offered during each of those time sessions, and you'll see that as we go through and click. I find it easiest to go through and do the time that you're selecting, and then you'll be able to see the activities that are available based on that information. For Webelos Session 1, July 5th through the 8th, and Webelos Session 3, July 12th through the 15th, those all run Sunday through Wednesday. If you're doing Session 2, July 8th through the 11th, that runs Wednesday through Saturday. So your days will be a little different for day 2 and day 3. For sessions 1 and 3 of Webelos, your classes will fall on Mondays and Tuesdays. For session 2, your classes will fall on a Thursday and a Friday. So please keep that denoted when you look at the day of the class. So I'm going to go ahead and select some classes for the 8:30 time slot, day 2, session 1. So day 2, session 1, I can choose any of these classes. But first and foremost, I'm just going to choose this Adventures in Science class. And notice how it moves over here and is now taken off this list. If I then take my time slot and go to 9:30, day 2, session 2, 9:30 is also day 3, session 8, but we're going to focus on day 2. Select that. It moves me down to what classes are available. At this time, I can also note that this class is also offered on day 2 or Monday. And so I'm going to select Aquanaut at the pool. I can then go through and change it to 10:30, look at my classes that are available, and I'm going to check that I'm going to take Archery, the shooting sports patch. I can then go into my afternoon on day 2, and these are the options available: BB gun patch, Aquanaut at the lake, Stronger Faster, Archery patch, Game Design, or Fix It. So I'm going to first choose that I'm going to participate in Fix It. So Fix It is offered day 2, session 4, and so I'm going to select that. I can then go to my 2 o'clock time, and it will tell me what options are available. And I can look over here and notice that I have not signed up for a BB gun class yet, so I'm going to choose BB gun patch, which is day 2, session 5, offered on that Monday. Again, that will be a Thursday if you are signing up for Webelos session 2, July 8th through July 11th. So I selected my BB. It is now located there. And then I can go through and change this to my 3 o'clock time set. And then I see my options that are available there as well. And at this time, I think I'm going to sign up for Game Design for my Scout. So we should have all of our day 2 activities signed up. And the way that you can tell this is by going to Show Class Schedule, and it will show you that each of your activities are signed up for on Monday, because we are signed up for either Webelos session 1 or Webelos session 3. This will be Thursday or Friday if you're registered for Webelos session 2. But notice that it says the day and then the sessions 1 through 6. I know that this can be a little confusing in terms of the time slots. This is just the way the computer system is programmed. And so this was our best solution, was so that we gave day 2, session 1, or day 3, session 7. So you knew what time slots to look at according to our leader's guide, which is important why you have that pulled up while you're registering. So if I go back to select classes, I can now think about my day 3 or my Tuesday or Friday schedule, depending on which Webelos session camp you are signed up for. So I'm going to start back up at my 8:30, and I'm going to focus on this part that says day 3, session 7 at this time. So at this time, I can sign up for Archery Pin, Cast Iron Chef Cooking, Earth Rocks, BB Gun Pin, Engineering, or Castaway. So I'm going to start with my Archery Pin as my first session of day 3. I can then go to 9:30 a.m. day 3, session 8, and sign up for whichever class I would like to sign up for that. And so I'm going to sign up for Cast Iron Chef Cooking. Move down to 10:30, day 3, session 9. And notice how these are all offered day 3, session 9. Day 3, session 9. So I'm going to sign up for Castaway at this time. You can always double check how you're doing by going to that Show Class Schedule and notice that my 3 items showed up on Tuesday. So now we are to the afternoon time slots on day 3. So 1 p.m. day 3 is called session 10, and I can locate any of the ones that I want to sign up for that time. So now I have BB gun pin, build a better world, first responder, archery pin, scouting adventures, or sports. So I'm going to go ahead and click on BB gun pin, and that'll move over to my classes category. I can then select my 2 o'clock time frame. Again, I have all of these options to choose from, and I'm going to select that I'm going to do first responder. And that is now moved over to my list. And then my final one is 3 p.m. And again, I'm going to choose from any of the ones that are in this session 10 through 12 time activities, and I'm going to choose sportsman's or sports. So if I go then to my show class schedule, I can then locate my full schedule as I'm registering. So I have all of my activities. I can then go back and change them if I wish by selecting classes and going through each one. Please note that there is a maximum participant of about 20 people. Some of them are 10 depending on the activity, and that does mean that not all participants in a unit or in a pack will be able to be in the same class unless you register them all at the same time for their classes. The reason we have moved to this method is it prepares your scouts for Scouts BSA and how they can sign up for classes and merit badges at Camp Cornhusker Scouts BSA. So that is how you sign up for your class schedule. Go ahead then and you can push save, and that'll save all of your information. Notice how there is the schedule here, and you can always print your class schedule by clicking on the little printer icon, and it pops up with this report, and it shows you what day those classes have been assigned for, either Monday or Tuesday, day 2, day 3. If this method of the table does not work for you, we have 2 other options in our leader's guide. So we have the What I Learned at Webelos Camp, which will tell you the name of the activity in alphabetical order, what requirements will be completed and which ones will not, and then on what days and times those classes are offered. And then we have another way to look at it on page 13, which makes it by day. So all the day 2 activities and what sessions they're offered are here, and then all the day 3 activities are here and at what times they are offered. Again, this leader's guide has a lot more information for you to recall as you go through it. So please do make sure that you get that out to your parents and unit leaders as you go through. But to finish our registration process, you're going to go down to the bottom and push continue. You'll notice here now that it has your financial summary, and you'll want to go through and either pay the minimum amount per scout or leader, or pay your total in full. So whichever you click, go ahead and press checkout. You do need to be paid in full by the time that camp does roll around. So you'll want to make sure that you add in your address to this form so that you have the ability to move forward. You can type in your checking information, credit card information, if it's going to come straight out of your unit account, or you can go through and mail your check to the Outdoor Education Center. Then you go ahead and click Finalize Payment. Your registration is now booked, and you will receive an email about your registration. If you have any questions, please email me at campcornhuskerbsa@gmail.com, or you're always welcome to look under the event contacts page, and my phone number is located there as well. Paula Rezick is the one who always sets this up, and so she is very knowledgeable about this process as well. And then Will Kovar is our staff advisor, and he can assist you if necessary too. I look forward to seeing you at Camp 2020. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Have a wonderful day.